Hi everyone. I wanted to show you the mods that I've made to my Syma X5C so far to aid in carrying this Mobius wide angle edition. This Mobius, on the spec sheet online, they say it's 38 grams. With this wide angle lens, it's more like 42.5 grams, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it really, in this case, every gram counts. So anyhow, obviously I started by removing the canopy. I figured that was the most obvious way to save some weight. And indeed I did. The canopy is good for, I'll weigh it right now. The canopy is 11.6 grams. But without the canopy, this thing doesn't really have any structural integrity. It wants to bow. It wants to fold up like a washcloth or like a towel, you know. So I used toothpicks to shore it up, just because I had them and it was cheap, and I had Gorilla Glue. So toothpicks and Gorilla Glue it was. Just put all of this kind of framework in and on here. It's ugly, but it's totally functional. And all this framework here only weighs 3.2 grams. So I saved some weight there immediately. I removed the camera, battery cover, landing gear. Here's some hardware from the canopy, LED covers, prop guards. These gear guards I trimmed down. All these things ever served to do for me was hook on branches, anyhow. And then I've drilled a bunch of holes in the bottom here. I don't know that saved a whole lot of weight. I didn't weigh it before and after. But I'm sure that it helps with windage, with not having the canopy on. I'm sure that there's aerodynamics there. I can tell the difference when I first flew this thing without the holes in it. You could just tell that it was just being washed all over the place. So that definitely helped. Anyhow, but on to the best part, the jello-free Mobius mount. I cut a rubber band, one on each side. Well, you can see that with this crappy phone camera. Got to use the bad camera to show you the good one. So I cut those rubber bands and ran them through those holes were from the gear. So really you can get away with not even having all these extra holes. If you wanted to do this with your canopy on, you could get away with that. You could just do it without your landing gear. Ran a rubber band through. I've been through a few different combinations of rubber band and tape and stuff. The more tense the rubber band, the better off you are. I've used some real flimsy ones with not real good results. They really just kind of bounce around too much. You need something that absorbs a shock rather than just kind of springing around. So, and what I've got holding the camera here is just a cradle that I've made out of Gorilla Tape. It's just a single piece of Gorilla Tape. I laid it out and I set the camera in the middle of it. And I folded the two edges in, cut out the middle to save weight. This Gorilla Tape's heavy. It's like 8 grams a foot. Just trimming little edges off and stuff. I'm saving 1/4 gram at a time. It really blows my mind how much you can save and how much you can inadvertently add. So anyhow, so far this has really worked out. I will put the link to the video that I made over the weekend with this mount. You guys can check it out and see what you think. Give it a shot for yourself. I really think that this works better than the zip ties and credit card. Maybe I just wasn't using the right thickness of zip ties or something, but I still got a lot of shake out of that. and this has really been better. One thing that you do need to notice, though, is just make sure that when you do this, that you don't have edges of the tape. Like, I've even got it right now. Can't have the edges of the tape resting up against the quad because the vibration does transmit right through here. So I'm not squared up very well right now for the purposes of this video, but with time, I'll work out all these little kinks. But this works for now. Thought I'd show you guys. If I come up with something better, I'll make a video. But thanks for watching and enjoy.